Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Virgo, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to come in the room. Virgo, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to come in. It will not be a long reading. This is just going to be planets that could possibly be affecting you this weekend. So I'm going to give YouTube enough time to let you guys know that I am live. Hey, Bree. Hey, Sam Cam. Hello. Hello, hello. All right. Oh, your son moved away. You're so heartbroken. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. Girl, you know, I know how that feel. I felt that. I actually felt that 4 years ago. Was it like 4 years ago? Yeah. I felt that 4 years ago. So I totally understand how you feel. Hey, Dee. Hello. Hey, Bree. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the reading, guys, because what we're going to do is see what planets. I actually thought about it. I was like, oh, let me see how I can do this reading for the weekend. So I want to specifically see what planets are going to be affecting Virgos this weekend. Okay, that lets us know the mood of the weekend, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to start with this deck first, and then we're going to get into some tarot. Let's get into it. This is going to be for Virgo. Virgo. Well, we have air element. This is really good. This is really, really good, y'all. So this talks about a lot of communication this weekend with someone, okay? You could be talking to your man, talking to your girl. It has travel. Some of you guys may go on short trips, okay? Traveling. For some of you, I still feel like there's this, because on here it says being in the clouds, okay, head over heart. And I just kind of feel that for some of you, you're still uncertain about something, even though you know how like you can communicate with somebody and you still feel a little confused about something. You know how like you can be talking to your family members and you guys are just discussing something, and then when you get off the phone, you're still like, I don't know, right? You could be in that energy, right? But this weekend is going to be more dominated by communication and travel. Okay. And I'm talking about short distant traveling. It doesn't have to be anything major. For some of you guys, it will be a major travel. But for a lot of you, it's just going to be about communication and traveling. I do feel like you're going to be thinking a lot too. Now, that is what I feel that the tarot is going to clarify. Like, what is it that you're thinking about and who are you thinking about? Now, at the bottom of the deck, you had opposition. Now, there could be something getting in the way of the communication. This causes misunderstanding sometimes. It's not saying that there will be, but I feel like if you are traveling, there could be some delays. If you are waiting for communication, maybe you're not hearing back from someone quick enough or fast enough. And that is what I see the opposition could possibly be. But on the opposition card, it talks about power struggles or possibly tests or being the opposite. And that causes communication issues. Okay. This could be the elephant in the room. So it's not saying that you will experience this. It just means that this is the elephant in the room. Just be aware of that. But right now, the air element is going to be pretty big this weekend. Now, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is for Virgo. Let's see what comes out for Virgo this weekend. What elements or planets are affecting Virgos this weekend? Let's get another one. Virgo. You got a few. Oh, you keep getting. Oh, you got Earth. This is good. And then you have Scorpio. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. You got more elements than planets, which is so crazy because that makes so much sense. Here with the earth element, it talks about stability. It talks about being very patient. This is so true. Whoever you're communicating with, you may have to be very patient with them. This could be your child. This could be a parent. This could be a friend. For some of you, you are working this weekend, and it makes sense for it to say, just keep your cool, right? The earth element is also about what you're able to obtain. So you may be focused on the physical things this weekend, meaning either your money, either this is like grocery shopping, maybe it's things that you have to buy around the house. That type of stuff is something that I'm seeing as well. I also feel that, like this says, being rooted and grounded. I see that you're going to be okay. Virgos have a lot of stress energy. We've seen nines of swords coming out for Virgos so much. So to see the earth element, meaning that you're very grounded this weekend, that's a really good thing to see. Because even if you're in your head here with the thoughts, it's not going to really take you out of, motion too much. You may have your moments, but I don't necessarily see you scattered. That's the word that I wanted to say. I don't see you being scattered. Now, the fact that you had Scorpio at the bottom of the deck, again, you could be dealing with the Scorpio, but Scorpio is the 8th house. This could be you worried about money that you could owe other people, but it's usually money that people can give you, okay? But I feel like it's money that you may owe, only because the death card talks about something being taken away from you. Okay. So this is the reason why I feel that for some of you, this could be about what you're buying, because again, Scorpio is the death card. It takes away. It doesn't necessarily add. Okay. Just telling you. Scorpio deals with jealousy. Scorpio deals with manipulative behavior and strife. So when I said before about communication, how are you communicating, and what is the motive behind someone's conversation with you? Okay. Now, I don't care who this is, attach it to whoever you want to attach it to. But what is the motivation behind the conversation? What is the motivation or the intent behind the thought? Why are you thinking so much? Because Scorpio also talks about obsessiveness, obsessive thinking. Okay. So that's something that I'm seeing. I feel like it's a little bit on a lower octane. I just got to keep it real. So it's about money, meaning other people's money, some, bills that you owe. You could be thinking about that because remember, Scorpio takes away. And right here, you're focusing more so on your stability, even though you're okay, no scattered energy, but just be mindful of your thoughts. That is what this is saying. Be mindful of your thoughts, and also be mindful of who you're talking to. Okay, because you may have somebody around you, you may not know it, because Scorpio is all about the hidden things, who may have some feelings about you and they ain't telling you. Scorpio is also sex. Okay, so if there is communication, grounded energy is laying down. There could be some sex this weekend. I'm just saying, I'm just going to keep it moving with that. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get Virgo's next energy for this weekend. Thank you. You had gibbous moon. What does it say? It says, pay close attention to something. Final phases before completion. Now, I'm not really sure what this will be. I'm going to wait until I get into the tarot with this one. But gibbous moon literally says you're close to achieving your goals. What does that mean for you? Is this like you having to you're on, let's say you're close to achieving your goals because you are on a weight loss journey, close to achieving your goals or getting a lot of stuff done this weekend. Maybe you're going to be very productive. Okay. It's all about something that you are targeting, and that's going to be different for everybody. I know for a fact that's me. Like I got like a million, not a million. I have to keep it realistic. There's 3 things that I am specifically goal oriented or going after as far as goals. And every day I focus on that. It doesn't matter if it's the weekend. Every day I'm focusing on that. Okay. So whatever it is that you're going after, you're going to be, putting forth effort with that this week. Could it be something dealing with the house? Could it be, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I start with my spring cleaning this week. But whatever it is that you say you're going to do, you're going to be making sure that this weekend you're going to attack that. Even if you don't complete it yet, you're going to attack it. And this is why it says you're close to achieving whatever it is that you are wanting to. So I see you being very productive this weekend, which is really, really good. At the bottom of the deck, you had North Node. I like that because, again, it talks about your purpose, okay, and where you're headed. It talks about things coming to fruition. Very much so on point here. Very much so on point. I like this reading. Let's get your last one. This is going to be for Virgo, and we're going to clarify. All right. We got a lot of it that came out. Wow. I'm not liking this one too much. You had two. You had lunar eclipse. You had blossoming. You had three. I didn't realize that. You had blessings and celebration and first house. Now, I think I just talked about something dealing with your goals. Literally, the first house literally talks about what? The body. The body. Okay? There's something changing about you. You have goals and something that's changing about you. This is about your nature, your beauty, how you identify, how you see yourself. Okay, this is the self. This is your consciousness. And there is things that are changing, okay, about you. But the fact that it's coming out this weekend, you had beginnings twice. The full moon is talking about beginnings, and the first house talks about beginnings as well. Okay. I don't know if you're going to end up talking to someone that's going to start, how like a conversation can spark a million things to occur. That could happen. Okay. I'm not sure who it's going to be with. We're going to see. But that's what I'm seeing. Because then a lunar eclipse talks about drastic change. And that means you had 1, 2, 3, all of them coming out in your cards that literally talked about new beginnings and drastic changes. And it could start from one conversation this week. Okay? Now, I am not going to pretend. I'm just going to go ahead and clarify. You did have this at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Woo, Lord have mercy. We were the only people who did not have that this week. During the week, we were the only ones who did not have Mars energy. And here it is. Remember, Mars is specifically talking about war. How you communicate. We just talked about that. Stand down. Stand your ground. Stand planted. Don't get pulled in any drama. And I know for a fact, Virgo, baby, when I tell you it's hard for you not to speak your mind, but you chill. Okay? Somebody may say something that may not start a war, but it could definitely make you angry. Or someone has done something that make you angry, and that is on you. Or someone has said something to you that makes you feel like you have to fight. Or someone is saying something to you where you have to be on the alert. It doesn't even have to be war. But if someone says something to you this week, last week, and you're going to be around this person, you're like this. Very much so in this energy of guardedness. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So just be careful because this may not be this week because Mars is kind of backing off. We are going to experience more so of that in April. Okay. But this is tension that's still hanging around. So just be mindful of that. Let's go ahead, y'all. Let's get into it. All right. Let's see what this this air element is referring to here for Virgos for this weekend. And it doesn't matter how it comes out. We're going to look at it either way. Ooh-wee. Virgo. You guys had the King of Swords in reverse. This is bad. It's in the upright. It's in the upright. But the King of Swords is someone who you feel that you are engaging with, who may have irrational thinking, someone who may not be thinking clearly, or someone who may have a hard time controlling what they say. Remember, Mars is there, so somebody could be saying some things that can kind of piss you off. Okay. The King of Swords in reverse also talks about someone who may lack empathy. So who are you talking to? And you're like putting your heart into something. You're putting your heart into something. You're just saying something, putting your heart into something. And the person is just sitting there. You're like, damn. But I like the fact that I do read upright, because the King of Swords for you would be more so a rational thought. Because remember, this is rational communication. Be careful of these individuals. But like I said before, you got the Earth sign. Earth sign is helping you out so much this weekend. This is the rational thinking. This is the thinking before the speaking, right? That said, I got to be careful watching my mouth. That's what this is, right? This is like, you know what? Let me not, because you have authority over your mouth. Very, very intelligent, very smart this week, very strategic about how you do things. And then some of you guys could be, you could be going out with someone who is a police officer, a firefighter. I don't know why I see a public like a public man, like public service man or woman. They're into serving the public. Okay, that's what I see. And that's who you could possibly communicate this week. Some of you guys could be communicating with someone who is a lawyer. And that could be, I doubt it, right? But that could be someone who just sends communication through email because they just didn't do it yesterday or something like that. But this is mostly how you're responding to communication, which is so good. You got the King of Swords in the upright. Could this be the reason why you need to maintain calmness and coolness, right? And rationale, especially if we're dealing with someone who's a lover, who's running in and out, someone who could be a little hot-headed though too. Be a little rational with this person, okay, who you may have some type of passion for. Let's get this earth element. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Remember, everything is in the upright. You got the Two of Cups in the reverse. Everything is in the upright. I'm just going to be honest with you. The fact that the Two of Cups is coming out, I would say this is mostly an area dealing with a lack of boundaries in relationships. Now, if we had to put, this could be anybody, but if we had to put these two together for right now, because that's what the cards are showing, earth element is what? Long-term. Two of Cups is hitting the long-term card. Now that means there's two meanings here. For some of you, we've talked about this before, especially if you are a Virgo who have been in a long-term, may not be the best energy. Your problem with your spouse or with someone that you've been dealing with long-term has been the way you communicate. And that King of Swords being in the reverse is nasty. It's nasty communication. It's not the best. So the earth element talks about be mindful. Net, take her advice. Watch your mouth. Be mindful of what you say, because you could also say some things that you may regret. But I also see here with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, meaning someone, not just you, could be you, but someone is overstepping their bounds with you. Now, outside of relationships, that could be anybody, right? But you got to be careful about that. And you have to make sure you do not overstep your boundaries with someone this weekend as well. You have to be careful about what you say, okay? Because the Two of Cups is all about collaboration, coming together with your family, coming together with friends, coming together with lovers. And if you overstep or push something for something, then it can cause this, okay? I also see that for some of you, and it's also saying too, especially if those who are workaholics, okay? If you guys work a lot, this is going to be a good time to relax, okay? That type of thing. Setting boundaries for yourself is something that I see that you guys possibly need to do as well. Setting boundaries for yourself is also not overspending. I've been telling you guys that for a while, all right? Two of Cups was in reverse. There's definitely some disharmony in a connection. So be mindful of what you say. Be mindful of your thoughts. Let's get this gibbous moon. This is the part where I really wanted to get to because I was trying to figure out what this meant. So let's see what comes out here for this gibbous moon here. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't see too much. I don't see you. I don't see you getting. I think no. I'm not. No, I'm not going to say that. I feel like you are going to have to. The only thing that you're going to have to force is procrastination, the lack of procrastination in getting things done. Because the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. It is in the upright. But when it's in reverse and we're talking about like the weekend stuff, remember I said this is about you getting things accomplished. And the fact that the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse is saying that you're not. So you have to force yourself to keep going, right? This could be because of you just don't feel like it. Because here where it says low skill has nothing to do about the skill. It has something to do with your energy, your motivation, that type of thing. Okay. You just try to put yourself in a mindset to get whatever it is done because you're almost close to getting, go to the gym. Yeah, you may not want to go. Clean out the closets. Yeah, you may not want to do it, but start it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But I do see with the Eight of Pentacles is something that you guys are not necessarily wanting to do, but you will do. And you will, because the Eight of Pentacles technically is in the upright. That's something that I'm saying here. You don't have to be perfect. Let's just talk about, your relationship doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Your circumstances don't have to be perfect. I just think you guys need to know that because there's this perfectionism that's kind of hanging around either you or your person, where there's high expectations and someone isn't hitting the mark, and that is also causing problems with someone. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not really sure who that is, but not necessarily the best kind of thought or mind process. Let's go ahead. Let's get that lunar eclipse, which talks about drastic change. And it says shifts in the perspectives, endings and beginnings, transformations. Remember, we saw the Scorpio energy, which talks about transformation. There's a lot of things are about to change. Hopefully there's bad things endings, good things starting, right? We don't always have to look at it as people leaving your life. That could be it. But it also could be, remember, this energy is stretching out not just for today, but also further changing in your careers, changing where you're living, that type of thing. This fell out. I didn't show you. There's going to be something dealing with your career. Totally. But the 10th house talks about your reputation and your purpose, your achievement. So there's going to be a lot that you're going to be achieving. And I will say it's true because the earth element talks about stability. And if you have not been there, that is what you're going to experience, right? Let's go ahead. Let's get this drastic change here for Virgo. Let's see what comes out here. Wow, you had the Ace of Swords and you had the Tower. Drastic, sudden. Now this weekend, like I said before, here with that Ace of Swords, this is almost exactly like the air element sign, which is communication. This is communication. This is clarity, how you communicate. Please be careful with how, because that Tower is there. This is arguments. Not saying it's this weekend, but again, something could be brewing under the surface with something, right? Something could be brewing under the surface. This is victory, though. The Ace of Swords talks about victory. It talks about truth, speaking your truth. There could be some truths that you may find out, not necessarily worst or bad, the worst thing in the world, but you may find out how someone feels that you did not know how they felt. Someone may say something. There could be a message that comes in here that kind of surprises you as well, based off of what I see here with that Ace of Swords and that Tower. What else can I see with that Ace? It's some type of revelation. This could be something that's just like an aha moment, right? Where there's some type of compromise, or you and your person can come together and there's a revelation in order to make something work. I will say that too, because the full moon talks about something blossoming. Okay. So it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be a backwards thing, but it is going to be drastic changes. We see it with the tower, we see it with the lunar eclipse, and there is going to be brand new beginnings. Okay. So I feel like if you are more so on the higher octane of the mental spectrum, things really will pan out well for you. This does not mean compulsory, right? It is a feeling, but you can wield your sword correctly if you think before you speak. If you think before you act this weekend, you actually will end up in a victory stance, in a victory energy. I see you guys getting a lot done, which is absolutely terrific. Okay, like I said before, yes, you don't have no energy, you don't want to get up, but still, okay. But that's what I'm saying. Let me get one card, and it's going to be the picture on this card for Virgo. Let's see. You keep getting this. You get this, and you're getting this in almost every deck. Ooh, okay. Communication again. You had 3 cards that came out. Y'all got a lot of talking going on. What the heck is up with that? Connecting with someone, connecting with people. There's that compromise word. I told you. Overcoming something. That's what I see here. The tower isn't bad in this situation, only because the Ace of Swords is coming out, and then it came out with blessings and blossoming. I totally see that there's going to be something, a breakthrough. If there's been problems with someone or something, there's going to be breakthroughs that could possibly happen this weekend or the start of it this weekend. Just telling you what I see. You had transformation even again here. Almost the same exact cards, different decks, same cards though. Awakening, total transformation, a complete renewal that you're going to experience. Imagine this is not just this weekend. This is telling you what you're about to experience, y'all. Maybe that's the reason why you feel a little bit more lighter this weekend because of this message. I don't know. It could be something that someone tells you that will encourage you this weekend. I'm telling you, your whole mindset is going to be different. And then you came out with this. A vibrant, abundant life. Happy. I see a lot of comfort this weekend. I don't necessarily see leisure. I feel like that could definitely happen after you actually get the things done that you want to get done. We do have 2 days. We have Saturday and Sunday. Maybe Saturday, you're going to be more productive. And then Sunday, you may relax. I think the Super Bowl is this weekend, right? So a lot of you guys may be in front of the television or chilling. Maybe that's the reason why some of you guys are communicating. Or some of you guys are going to be doing short travels because of some type of party you may go to, or some type of like festivities, okay, that you may attend this weekend. Either way, overall, this looks good. This looks good. But remember, you're being pulled. So that means stay in the higher octane of the mental spectrum. Virgo, I love you guys. If you are interested in a reading, all that information is down below in the description box. I love you. Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.